Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here then, hi! I have a box. I'm not doing the box though. I'm doing things to fill the box. I have lots of little bits and bobs sticking around my house and I thought I'd start to use them. I have a list and I'm going to work through some of them today and the rest I'll work through on Thursday, and then the final bit to the story of Elizabeth and Lizzie, the witches, will be on Saturday. Stick around, you might enjoy it. I did a junk journal and the ideas I got from that I've had to run with. So I've done a painting of Elizabeth. I have created Lizzie holding her cat and painted her out of acrylic cast and done out of acrylic cast. I have finished the junk journal. I am now making potions and bits and bobs to go inside the box. The box needs to be done, and then I also need to do some other little bits and bobs to put inside the box. Now, right now I'm making a pestle and mortar. That really, I struggled with that. I usually say messel and porter. I don't know why, my brain just does not like the words. But I actually said it right for a change. So that green polymer clay is 50p from witchcraft. Yes, it was on sale. I thought 50p, can't grumble at that. Even if it's rubbish, I can use it. Turns out it's actually really quite nice. I did get a few blocks of it, so I do have quite a few blocks of green, and I think I have quite a few blocks of orange because that's all they got left. I am making a little spoon out of, it's also polymer clay, but it is Super Sculpey Original. Yes, it's my favourite because it doesn't hurt my hands. Although, honestly, that clay, not far off it. I quite like it. So I'm making my spoon and making it a little bit misshapen. And I shall also make... Oh, that's a little doodle of a cottage. That is printed off. I haven't done it. And now I'm going to make a book. And I've got these scraps of leather. Well, it's pleather. I have no idea where I've got them from. I do think it could have been actually a mat that I had down once. Because I don't throw anything away, everything comes in handy. So I'm using this as the book cover, basically. And I'm only sticking 2 pages down to the book because I want it to be a book that you can keep refilling the pages or keep adding to. And that long line I've just cut out, is going to be what keeps the book together. Now, I do have a little notebook that is proper leather that I remember seeing this on, but for some reason my brain couldn't function which way round to actually cut the bits. Took me a minute. I didn't cut it wide enough to start off with, so I kind of had to force it through. So I do adjust that. And I was thinking, should I put a button on it? And then I thought, no, don't really need a button. It holds quite well as it is. And these pages are just scrap paper out of a tiny notebook I've had for years that I usually just rip a page off and just doodle something on it quick. It's lasted quite well. But then again, I am one of those that has notebooks and kind of writes in them all, but doesn't finish any of them. I just like notebooks. So I put that stick there because I suddenly remembered I'm actually sticking that bit down to that page. And I kind of need that bit not to be stuck down. The lollipop stick worked a treat. Now I'm just doodling some little bits of flowers and seed pods, leaves. I'm just faffing about, to be honest. And I've crossed a couple of things off my list. I'm also using bits of resin I've had before that's just been sat in a box. I'm trying to use as many scrappy bits as I can. All the dried flowers and leaves you can see, I've done them. every now and again I'll go for a walk round with young man that I look after, and we collect flowers and leaves, and then I dry them in a book. I forget that they're in the book, and then when I go to use the book to fill it again, I have to remember to take them out. This is just a bit of air dry clay that I was playing with, and it was left in a box, so I thought I'll use it, I'll make it as a rune. Witches rune made sense, and I was kind of thinking maybe it's a labyrinth, and whichever way it landed, the direction is where you need to go. I didn't really think this one through, to be honest. I just liked it because of the shape. I will stick some resin in the actual swirly whirly thing. Words. So it does stand out a bit more. But I thought that would be quite a good thing to put in there. I do have other things to put in, like snail shells and yeah, brain's just gone and had a fart. Oh, I'm going to put some grassy bits in, some moss and things like that, but I need to decorate the box first, and I think I also need to make a box within the box. So I've got like a 2-tier system in it, but only on one side. Now I'm making a stopper out of polymer clay for this one, because this one doesn't have a cork, and I thought, well, let's make something a bit different. So I wedged the clay in, get it a good roll round, and then took it out and thought, yeah, that's going to work. I like that. Bit of glue, that'll stop anything from leaking. And this one I'm going to use as unicorn tears. Well, a unicorn tier. And I'm making holes in the top so I can thread something through. I'm going to thread a bit of string and add a little tinkly bell to it. See, there are quite a few things that I need to do. There's still not, in all this video, I've still not done the fairy sparkle or the narcissus potion, or there's quite a few potions I haven't done yet. So there are little cotton balls in there from like an old snowman, and I have put in a lilac, a bit of gold alcohol ink, and I don't know if you spotted it, but I put AI on one of the bottles because I actually know that is an alcohol ink. I can't see my labels. So I'm guessing that the ones that match that bottle will all be alcohol inks. I don't think that's right, because I pick up the red one later and it doesn't ink like I think it should. That makes no sense. But anyway, they've been baked and it's nicely wedged in. And now to get my string. Oh, that is a teeny tiny unicorn. You probably can't even see it. I only know it's a unicorn because it was in a box of unicorns. So yeah, I did stick it down to the bottle, and then I had to redo sticking it down to the bottle because I used the wrong glue. And I always rub glue onto my string to make it less feathery, so it's easy to thread. So much easier to thread. And I have split that single string into 3. 1, I don't need it that wide, and 2, you use less string. Yes, I'm tight. I'm using brown acrylic paint that I really don't like, just to give it a bit of something. Just make it look more pottery based, I guess. So yeah, the unicorn fell off because it stuck to my finger. So I had to give it a good clean and then reapply it. I also bent it just a little bit so it went round the curve better. Much better, actually. But yes, I faffed with that thing for quite some time. It drove me nuts. And then I weren't sure if I'd actually put it up the right way round. So I do add a bit of this brown to this. This was a staff for a creature I was going to do, and then never got around to doing the creature. But it's got rose quartz in the end. And at some point it's got snapped, so I thought, well, that'd be a good idea for a scrying wand. Yeah, that's what my head's saying, scrying wand. So you can see I'm putting this brown on this green pot. It's lousy paint. It's too watered down for me. It just, ugh. So I'll go in with a different colour. It was good for the spoon because I did kind of overbake it. As you could tell, it was white, it's now brown. So now I'm making it more brown, like a gingerbread brown. So it's more like a cross between a pot and a wood. Yeah. And I decided I don't like that brown on that pot, so I'm going to make it green. No, I'm not. I'm going to make it blue. Now I can't tell the difference between colours. Deary me. And I did have to add a bit more blue because it just wasn't enough. I just wanted it to look old and stained, and yeah, I think I've got there. Like, comment and share if you please. Thank you very much. Now I am putting a dried rose into UV because I want to make it look like it's been captured in time, maybe. Now, Elizabeth goes to his graveside once a year after her death and leaves a red rose. So it's kind of a little bit of a nod to her grief, but also her love. And I crush up one of those little pine cones in the pestle and mortar. It actually works. I was like, ew, that's cool. And I do wish I hadn't glued it all down with resin, because then I could have used it again if I wanted to. Because I like playing with stuff that's small. I'm such a child. Now, this is a bung out of something. I can't remember what. It's out of my box of trash. I just thought it'd look good as maybe a vase, possibly. So the wooden bits are supposed to be like bark from the graveside, and the moss is what creeps up his headstone. So it's kind of keeping his memory alive in this. It's encapsulating it into this thing. Yeah. Oh dear, I wish I could talk properly. It's no wonder I like to write stories and read them out, because I don't have to think. Thank you to the GERTCREATES, all my members, you are fantastic. And thank you to my subscribers, old and new. And I'm glad you're all here. Now, this was supposed to be like a blood red rose colour. I only put the tiniest dot of black in and it just took over. But for some reason, it made the red look more purple. I mean. So I added a bit more red. And it still didn't. I don't know, it looks different in the pot than it does on the actual bottle. Now, this bottle was from the BFG make I made. And it was supposed to be Frobscottle. Well, I've tore that to pieces now, so I thought I'll use this bottle. Because one, the potion goes wrong. So, although it's supposed to get her love to stop being afraid of what other people thought, it ended up killing him. I thought with this, it glows in the dark, which is quite nifty, because then that makes you realise it's a bad potion. And I just thought it was quite cool, because I'm sad like that. Now, this is Chinese calligraphy paper. Try saying that 3 times fast. I don't like it. It's like tissue paper. I think Timu's done a number on me. I think it's too thin to write anything on. And so I'm using it to wrap. Using it as parchment in my book to save dried flowers in. they're already dried. I've already dried them, but they are supposed to be like from the 1800s. And I wedged the photo, the picture of the cottage inside. Now these are berries from my garden, the little orange berries. I have quite a nice looking bush. Oh God, that sounds so wrong. It has white flowers on it, and then it orange berries after. Oh dear. And my cat is being naughty and throwing things off up his desk. Oh, just so everybody knows, because I don't know if I've told everybody, but my hubby has been given, well, kind of the all clear. He is in remission. All his scans have come back great. He's got a long way to go with his health, but as of Friday, he is cancer free. And yay! So those of you that have been here from the beginning, thank you for still being here and supporting. I really have appreciated it. And yeah, thank you loads. So I'm going to get back to this now. Short waffling. This is Moon River water. Now you have to collect water from the river only when the moon is at its full crescent. Not a full moon, just the crescent, but it's got to be a nice full crescent, not a tiny little slipper one. That is an ingredient for the potions. Because I'm also trying to do the ingredients too. There's ingredients for teas and potions and salves. I always find that word very strange to say. Salves. It never made sense to me. I don't know why. It just doesn't sound right in my own head. Then again, a lot goes off in my head. No wonder it don't sound right. So I've wrapped it up with some string, just to make it look a bit nicer. And I don't have any lavender, so this is I want to say stevia. I think it is. It's out of my garden. And it's representing lavender because my lavender died. And I didn't save any before it corked it. So this is pretending to be lavender. And I pushed that cork in a little bit too hard. But if I glue something to the top of it, I'll be able to pull it tight if I need to. Although I have just glued it in, so what am I talking about? This is a weed. Because some weeds are really pretty, so I look at what's pretty and steal them. Well, I say steal. They're outside in the public, so it's not really stealing, it's borrowing and repurposing. There we go. And I just thought it was really nice, but it has dried brown. And these tiny bottles are an absolute nightmare to get anything in. It is really odd. It's like the neck's not big enough. It's really, really weird. And yet, you take out other things and it's great. This is an old pill bottle. And this will be just plain river water. This can be used for teas. It's distilled river water. So it could be used for teas. It could be used for anything, really. Now, this is the red I thought was ink. That's not ink. That does not look like ink to me. Well, not alcohol ink anyway. It just sort of sits on top of the water like a greasy slime. It's really odd. I end up using acrylic paint to dye these petals, and they haven't gone into the box because they're not dry yet. But I'm trying to get them red, and they're just mottled and horrible. But I can always colour them with a pen if I need to. I mean, it's a bit better with the acrylic paint, but still not sure about it. And they're just to be scattered inside the box because of the whole rose theme. So I've got to leave them out to dry, and that's going to take some time. They are like a satin, so it does take a while. Now, I have got an old resin, to call it, potion bottle, and I've put some little red berries in. I don't like the potion bottles. You can't really put much in them because they've only got this little tube in the middle that you can fill it up with. So I've done them and I just don't like them. I'm going to put a piece of that leather pleather on top of there because I tried putting a plastic on it. Who's an idiot? Hot wax and plastic. What happens? Yes, it melts. So that was my first attempt. This is now my second attempt. Because brains of Brittany didn't think. So I want to make sure it's sealed so the water doesn't come out, which is why I'm using the wax. I've already glued down that piece of pleather, so that does help. But the wax needs to be coated on top of the pleather so it doesn't soak through. Now, I was thinking I could print something on the top, but then I saw that button and I thought, ooh, I like that. So I took the back off it. Very difficult to take the back off it, but it worked. And then I put some more wax on top and then just burnt my fingers and pressed it down. So I think that looks quite sweet. None of these have got labels on because that's another thing I've got to do yet. I won't bore you with them. I'll just make little labels off camera at some point on Thursday's video. I might even wait till Saturday actually. So now I'm doing like a fossil, and this is a dried leaf encapsulated in, well, we know it's resin, but I want to say like a raindrop thing that's been magically kept in stasis, so it's never gonna get wet, it'll never collapse, it's always going to be a solid. This is all about magic, so you know, it could work. And that is a little tiny mirror. That mirror is to get the little fairies to be so vain they can't get away from it, because they need to look at it. So then you can shake them upside down and get all the sparkle. So I'm now ticking off a few other things that I've done. Well, I'm trying to, the pen wouldn't work up there. And circling what I need to do. So I haven't done a candle. I was thinking of actually making my own candle. Doing the whole dippy thing. I don't know. It's a lot of effort for just something that's never probably going to be used. I don't know. What do you think? Should I make a proper wiki candle? Doing it dippy style? I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, I'm showing you all the bits and bobs inside now. And the unicorn tear, I love that one. That's pretty. And that's the one with the berries in. That's the potion she wished she'd never made. That's the ring that he gave her. That wasn't glued on properly at the top. A spider potion. Thread to mend everything. A coin that nobody knows where it came from. The rose for the love that lost. The labyrinth. The scrying wand. Spoon. All sorts of little bits and bobs. So if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you'd like to see in the box, or how you'd like me to decorate the box. I mean, it's got a lattice on it, so you know, could do something with that. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Bye bye.